So raise your hand if this has ever happened to you. You're really in the mood to go get some lunch. So you message your parents or your friend or your brother to try to make plans. You wait, and you wait, and you wait, and they just never respond to you. I'm one of those people that if I text you, I want you to respond to me in that moment. With smartphones and social media, we now expect that our friends will get back to us right away. We all want instant gratification. We all want to know the answer to our question the moment we ask it. Well, the same can be said about companies and their publics. They want real-time response too. Public relations managers and their teams are beginning to shift their focus from public relations directed towards journalists to a focus on customers. It is no longer only about what journalists believe will make a good story, but what audiences want to read. Public relations managers should have the desire to focus on real-time communications to continue to maintain relevance and a positive relationship with their audiences. So, what exactly is real-time communications? According to the University of Florida's Department Chair in Advertising, Tom Keller, real-time adaptation doesn't necessarily mean seat-of-the-pants public relations. Rather, he suggests that real-time response is opportunities for strategic but interactive communications. Yes, seat of the pants is a funny expression, but what Keller means here is that even if public relations managers want to engage with their audiences in real time, they must still have a plan. To effectively practice real-time response, communications teams must be committed to strategic planning. However, managers should be willing to modify plans when the narrative changes and create multiple response strategies for unexpected events. Does everyone remember the blackout that occurred at the Super Bowl in 2013? For about a half an hour, the game was delayed. Now, does everyone remember this tweet that Oreo sent out during the blackout? The communications team at Oreo did not come up with this clever real-time response out of luck. The organization used strategic planning to prepare for unexpected events that might happen at the Super Bowl. Oreo could capitalize on this moment because of a social media command center that they had organized that was ready to create a real-time response to any event that happened at the game. The combination of speed and cultural relevance made it catch everyone's attention. While one might not consider this to be exactly public relations, it is important to recognize how various angles of real-time response impacts all facets of communication within an organization. Press releases are no longer attention-grabbing, and new content demands are starting to align marketing and public relations. Oreo's strategic planning and real-time response influenced the brand's mentions on social media, and there was numerous news stories written about Oreo. The organization's reputation flourished as they were able to be seen as a brand that understood their audience and could engage with them in a clever way. As exemplified by Oreo, social media is an effective tool used by organizations when practicing real-time response. Social media allows for communications professionals to quickly connect with their publics and build relationships through two-way communication. To positively practice real-time communications, it is important for an organization to recognize that it must listen to its audience over social media as much as it speaks to them. For example, communications teams can monitor and connect with publics over social media during a crisis. Using real-time response during a crisis allows for an organization to be proactive by releasing necessary information while also controlling the narrative. During a crisis, sometimes speed is valued over perfection. If an organization can get its point out rapidly on social media, it can then keep its publics informed over the course of a crisis by sharing new information in real time. So, what does this shift towards real-time communications mean for managers? Public relations managers and their team members who are taught traditional communications practices must be kept up to date and become aware of various strategies and tools that they can use to better their work. When public relations managers recognize the benefits of monitoring conversations on social media in real time, they no longer have to guess the problems that their publics are having or their sentiments on a certain situation. Now, let's also not forget that the most important measurement of a successful communication strategy to many public relations managers and their organization's leaders is a profit that their efforts are bringing in. In an analysis of the stock prices of publicly traded Fortune 100 companies in 2010, it was found that the companies that practiced real-time communications were financially more successful than those that did not, and they had a positive return on their investment. As the world continues to evolve and the internet becomes more integrated into daily life, communications professionals will need to acclimatize. Do you want to lead a communications team that is current, shows innovation, and demonstrates a sense of cultural awareness through real-time communications? The choice is yours. Thank you.